Amid growing interest in deepening regional ties, Kazakhstan's Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Murat Nurtlev is on an official visit to Mongolia. He held high-level talks with the President, Prime Minister and Foreign Minister of Mongolia. The two sides agreed to boost cooperation, from supplying veterinary vaccines and agricultural machinery to exploring joint mining and transport projects. Kazakhstan also offered military equipment built to European standards, aiming to bring trade turnover to $500 million. Let's now go live to our reporter Balzhan Samigulina in Ulaanbaatar. Hi Balzhan, how is this visit seen in terms of strategic importance, and what signals is Mongolia sending back to Kazakhstan?
Hi Dorian, well, this marks the first official visit to Ulaanbaatar by a Kazakh foreign minister in 18 years. The last one dating back in 2006, so not just for Murat Nurtlev personally, but for Kazakhstan's top diplomat in general, this visit is a rare and a symbolic moment. Mongolia, a vast country rich in natural resources and strategically located in the heart of Eurasia, indeed shares much with Kazakhstan, from expansive territory to a unique geopolitical position between two major regional powers. The relationship between the two nations is rooted in long-standing, multifaceted cooperation, a partnership that is now gaining fresh momentum. Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister of Kazakhstan Murat Nurtlev said that he came to Ulaanbaatar this time with a clear mission: to inject new energy into existing agreements and move them forward through concrete practical steps. In fact, several key discussions are already underway. Kazakhstan, as it was announced following his talks with his Mongolian colleague, will begin supplying veterinary vaccines to Ulaanbaatar with plans for local production. Agriculture experts from wheat to modern farming equipment are also set to expand, alongside with Kazakhstan offering to supply military hardware built on European standards.
Kazakhstan intends to launch a pilot project to purchase 500,000 goats from Mongolia. This initiative is seen as the beginning of a joint effort focused on deep processing of livestock products and establishing export-oriented production cooperation. Additionally, I informed my counterpart of our readiness to support the training of specialists in the field of e-government implementation and space exploration.
There are also plans to boost cooperation in mining, a key sector for Mongolia, where natural resources make up 19% of exports. Murat Nurtlev underlined that Kazakhstan is ready to back Mongolian companies eager to launch joint investment projects, where Mongolia's foreign minister in turn emphasized that both sides have agreed to step up work in agriculture and transportation, showing that this partnership is expanding across important areas of the economy.
As part of expanding bilateral partnership, an agreement has been reached to work jointly on eliminating existing obstacles and difficulties in the road transport sector, creating new transport and logistics routes, increasing the number of flights, growing the flow of mutual travel by citizens, increasing import and export volumes, as well as creating a favorable business environment for entrepreneurs.
Dorian, also for nearly 3 decades, Mongolia has followed its well-known third neighbor policy, a balanced multi-vector approach to foreign relations, much like Kazakhstan's. As political analysts told us earlier, this strategy allows Mongolia to maintain strong ties between its immediate neighbors while firmly upholding its neutrality. In today's shifting geopolitical and economic climate, especially amid global uncertainty, Ulaanbaatar continues to shape its foreign policy based on national interests, sovereign values and the clear independent vision of its role in the world. And in this regard, such increased cooperation between our states are proper and timely.
I think all level official at the state level and the societal level, peoples, I think we have on the Kazakh minority. They're also happy, and I think it's a very good gesture that our high-level delegations are exchanging.
Indeed, Mongolia is home to a sizable Kazakh community. Nearly 4% of the country's 3.5 million people are ethnic Kazakhs. Education ties have been growing too, with proposals to open Kazakh university branches here, as many Mongolian students choose to study in Kazakhstan, while around 1,000 Kazakh students are currently enrolled in Mongolian institutions. And the visit came with a meaningful gesture. Foreign Minister Murat Nurtlev personally delivered 5,000 Kazakh language books to our compatriots here, in a move aimed at supporting the preservation of Kazakh language and culture abroad.
These books were recently received by our representatives in Parliament. There is a regional library in Bayanurgi. The books will be delivered there. In addition, there are 13 districts, which we call Sum here. The books will be distributed to the district libraries as well. There are more than 40 schools, and all of them teach and write in the Kazakh language. So we believe the younger generation will read and benefit from these books. This is a rare opportunity. Every year, books like this come from Kazakhstan. Last year, the Otandastar Public Foundation also donated a number of books. Textbooks arrive annually. Most of our secondary schools mainly use textbooks from Kazakhstan. That's why this was a very timely and valuable opportunity.
So now Mongolia is reassessing its role in the changing geopolitical landscape, with growing interest in closer ties to Central Asia. And the momentum is building. The two ministers agreed to organize a state visit to Kazakhstan next year by Mongolian president, a step that could take bilateral ties to a new level. That's the latest from Ulaanbaatar. Dorian, giving floor back to you.
That was Baljan Samigulina with her report from the capital of Mongolia. Thank you.